Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Chris Black's NJPW Report. I am your host, the natural Chris Black of the Saturday Night Slamcasters podcast, independent professional wrestler, and everybody's favorite narcissist. Now on today's show, I'm going to begin my coverage of the 2021 New Japan Cup, a tournament that features 30 of New Japan's finest contestants who will be fighting for a chance to challenge the brand new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Kota Ibushi. As we all know, some people find it to be kind of controversial. Abushi has officially combined both the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental titles to create the World Heavyweight Championship. So, his very first defense will be against the winner of this tournament. So the tournament starts at the anniversary show, which showcased 6 matches. 2 were first round matches of the tournament, and it even included a title defense by Kota Ibushi against El Desperado. So without further ado, let's get right into the action. So of course, you know how New Japan is. They have some multi-man undercard matches, the purpose of which are usually to preview matches that are going to be coming up in future shows. So, opening match, we have an 8-man tag. We have Master Wato, Gabriel Kidd, Goto, and Honma taking on the team of Daoki, Zack Sabre Jr., Tai Chi, and Minoru Suzuki. The purpose of this match was to basically preview the upcoming matches between Minoru Suzuki and Honma, Goto versus Tai Chi, and Gabriel Kidd versus Zack Sabre Jr., all first round matches of the tournament. Not really going to cover all the undercard matches because that's not what you're here for. You're here to listen to my coverage of the tournament. So, the team got the victory over Suzuki-gun when Goto hits the GTR on Dookie for the pin. In the next match, we have a 10-man tag with Taguchi, Hanare, David Finlay, Juice Robinson, and Tanahashi taking on Bullet Club members Evil, Chase Owens, Jay White, Kenta, and Taiji Ishimori. Once again, this match is to preview the upcoming matches, first round matches against Kenta versus Juice Robinson, Chase Owens versus Finlay, and Jay White taking on Hanare, again, all first round matches. Bullet Club picks up the victory when Evil gets the pin on Taguchi. And in our last multi-man undercard match, we have Chaos members Sho, Tomohiro Ishii, and Okada taking on LIJ members Bushi, Sanada, and Takagi. This match was to preview the upcoming first round matches between Tomohiro Ishii and Sanada, and Okada taking on Shingo Takagi. And if you remember, if you watched the G1, Shingo Takagi did pass out to the money clip and fell victim to Kazuchika Okada. The conclusion of this match, we saw Sho pinning Bushi with the shock arrow, and there was an intense stare down between some of the future opponents of the tournament, and even Ishii and Sanada traded a couple of chops. So how's that for a little bit of a preview? All right, so we have first round matches right now. The very first match is Kojima taking on Jeff Cobb. Now, on paper, you know who's going to win this match. Obviously, it's going to be Jeff Cobb. The United Empire needs some big wins moving forward. I feel like they've been losing a lot of their big matches, although they are undefeated when it comes to 6-man tags. But Kojima, believe it or not, was holding his own, and he doesn't really seem intimidated by Cobb at all. Jeff Cobb is so versatile. His strength, agility, his viciousness, he's cunning, he's got a mean streak, everything that makes him a very dangerous and formidable opponent. Kojima nails a superplex on Cobb, not going to be easily beat, giving him a DDT on the apron and softening him up for that hard lariat of his. After escaping one tour of the islands, Kojima eventually falls to the second. It was a very evenly matched. Jeff Cobb didn't just wash Kojima like I thought he would. He had to actually put in some work before he put Kojima away. Everybody was looking forward to the lariat, which almost came, but he wasn't able to deliver it. So, advancing to the second round, Jeff Cobb. Second of the tournament matches, we have Tetsuya Naito taking on the Great-O-Kahn. Little history on Naito. He won the New Japan Cup back in 2016, But in 2018 and 2019, he was eliminated in the first round, once by Kota Ibushi and once by Zack Sabre Jr. So, Naito doesn't really have a real good track record in this tournament. As always, Naito was very slow to undress, which O-Kahn was just not unfazed. He didn't show any frustration. So Naito starts to mock Kahn with his stance with his hands behind his back, who was not amused at all. Until Kahn gets thrown to the outside, Naito rolls, looks like he's going to do his Tranquilo pose, but instead he stands and does the Great-O-Kahn pose once again in the ring. This time Kahn is amused and starts laughing like, okay, I got you. Great-O-Kahn gains the advantage and starts battering Naito on the outside. When Naito does starts to fight back, we get the usual Naito offense. Combinacion Cabron works over the neck, softening him up for Destinos. Naito is bumping great for O-Kahn, making him look like $1,000,000. O-Kahn switches tactics and goes after Naito's legs, which we know have been giving him problems as of late. He even uses a chair and the referee allows it. It's one thing about New Japan referees that I like. They don't have to call automatic disqualifications. It is their discretions. A lot of times referees, after some blatant cheating, they will refuse to count, which again, that's just something that I don't see in a lot of other promotions. Naito gets locked in a knee bar submission, and O-Kahn keeps Naito from reaching the ropes with a vice-like grip. Naito can't get out of this, so the ref has no choice but to stop the match, award victory to Great-O-Kahn. Wow. Naito taken out in first round by O-Kahn. I was shocked. Afterwards, Kahn viciously attacks the Young Lions who try to tend to Naito and then mocks his signature stance, fingers on the eye with fist up in the sky. So O-Kahn got a little get back on Naito with a little pose, with the mocking his poses. And in the main event of the evening, we had Kota Ibushi taking on El Desperado. Match was decent. Obviously, Kota Ibushi went over because, well, he's not going to lose to the light heavyweight champion. Although it was an interesting match. You had the heavyweight and intercontinental champion taking on the junior heavyweight champion El Desperado. Again, very decent match. I do enjoy El Desperado's work. Kota Ibushi was all over El Desperado during this match and wins with a Kamigoye. Afterwards, Kota Ibushi cuts a promo about him unifying the titles and that he intends to take on all challengers, and he specifically mentioned Tanahashi and that he would never leave or betray New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, we do know that there's some dealings going on with AEW, so it would be very interesting to see Kota Ibushi possibly compete in an AEW ring, or some of the AEW talent coming and competing in a New Japan ring, but only time will tell. But that is going to be it for the very first review of the New Japan Cup. Once again, this was the anniversary show, not the official New Japan Cup, but we did have a couple first round matches, so I guess it is the official start of the New Japan Cup. Once again, I will be covering every single night of the tournament, so if you enjoyed this video, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button. If you would like to see more of my videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you are alerted whenever new episodes are uploaded. If you're looking to find me on social media, details are in the description, where that will take you to my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages, as well as the Saturday Night Slamcasters podcast, YouTube channel, and our Facebook pages and our Facebook group. That'll be it for today. I'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in to Chris Black's NJPW Report. Come get slammed.